Right, so next round. The next 5 years. So next 5 years in business, in property for Simon Zutshi. The next 5 years for PIN. What does 2020 to 2025 look like for you?
Okay, so it's really interesting. I think, we always get people to look at the next 12 months because that's very easy for people to kind of map out and imagine. I think sometimes people, including myself, sometimes struggle to think, where are we going to be in 5 years' time? But I think it's important to try and have that vision, because if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there, right? Yeah. So I have a number of business enterprise ideas that are going to be coming out. I probably can't say too much about some of them.
That's fine.
But one is we're going to be doing more stuff internationally.
Very good.
Okay. In terms of training, that kind of thing. So that's one thing. Secondly,
and are you going to do that independently, just out of interest, or are you going to partner with an international company? Or do you not decided?
We're going to be doing it independently.
Cool, very good. I think, having explored the models, the strategies, and the experiences of entrepreneurs I know who've gone international through partnerships, franchising, whatever. There's been a very, very mixed bag of experiences, but most of the positives lean towards a private expansion. Yeah. But it's one of the hardest.
Now, you might work with people who help you expand, who raise awareness for you, etc., but it's not really partnering with them as such.
Now, you want someone's channel, network, someone's established traction.
Interesting, we have a number of masterminders, for example, who are now living places around the world. Yeah. So that would be my first step into those markets, by working with people who already know us and I know and I can trust. And you've got to be very careful
finding that key pin that's got an audience in an area. Like if we were gonna property entrepreneur, if we were to scale property entrepreneur, like the person, I wouldn't do it. I haven't got the energy to do it, or the interest to do it, because it's not really my passion business. But I do enjoy it. Would be for property entrepreneur to scale to become property entrepreneur, then have IT entrepreneur, design entrepreneur, and just take the methodology around all the industries, and then scale it worldwide. And the way to do that would be to find a key person who owns that space in the market, and then you plug into them, let them run with it, or recruit them, or whatever. So international with PIN, that sounds
international with PIN. There is something I want to do with businesses actually.
Okay.
Which is around helping. I've done so much personal development. There's some I've been pretty successful in business. I've made lots of mistakes, but I've been pretty successful, where we're at so far, yourself. And I think there's some things we can do to really help businesses. I'm not looking at one-man bands, I'm looking at a reasonable turnover. And it's partly to do with personal development, partly to do with business development. So that's something.
It's definitely a conversation to have there, because I think,
that's something I've been thinking about for a while.
One thing, just in case we never revisit the conversation again, that I'm considering is, because we've got property entrepreneur and I've got other businesses I invest in, and it's like pulling the two together and creating like an incubation unit.
Yeah,
it's like,
we've talked about that before as well.
Yeah. There's like use CDIS, EIS.
Absolutely, yeah.
Develop the block. Yeah. Co-works, there's a million opportunities there.
Yeah.
So what about for
two creators sitting together? Is very dangerous, Dan.
Yeah, great fun with a whiteboard. It's just we've had that conversation. Yeah.
And again, coming back to having lots of great ideas, is about working out the right time and place to do them. And I have still not got everything I want within UK property education sorted yet. So I'm kind of doing that first, and when I think I've got what I want to get, in terms of the right product, the right services. I mean, we've introduced lots of home study courses recently, and they've been phenomenal. It's going in depth to some of the topics like HMOs and PLOs, which I love, purchase options, and deal sourcing. And we've created them to create a much lower entry point for people to come in, give them some really good value, give them a great experience, and a lot of people are then wanting to come and do other stuff with us as well. But actually, we give all of our masterminds access to all of those when they're on mastermind. So we're constantly adding to what the mastermind experience is, but also create a new level. And I love the online training model, so we're going to do a lot more of that.
So with regards to like what Simon's doing for the next 5 years, so what is in your head when you're thinking about? Are you still excited by, when we're young entrepreneurs and we're like, I want to build a networking event, it wants to be the biggest in the country, I want to do this, and we're always sort of living a few steps ahead, and we're like not really present, we're heading somewhere. how driven into the future are you on a daily basis now? Are you...
Well, size is not important.
Well said.
So actually, you know, somebody said, "Oh, why don't you grow PIN?" Well, actually, 15 meetings is probably more than enough. And sometimes we open a new one, close one, etc. So
how much of that growth appetite have you still got?
For PIN, I think actually, I don't want to grow it. I just want to make it even better.
Yeah.
So actually, one of the things we're doing is, how can we serve the people who come to it? And some people are people who've done our training, some who've done other people's training. That's absolutely fine. Everyone's welcome at PIN. How can we serve that client better and look after them and improve the experience so that we are just absolutely the best?
What's top of the pile? So if you're not thinking about growth, maybe not for that business. When you're looking at things like mainly commercially, like your businesses,
yeah,
what's top of the pile? When it could be like, you know, be the market leader, make loads of money, invest in the team, like. When you look at your businesses,
yeah,
what's at the forefront of your mind about how you want to invest your time and energy with them?
Being the best we can be.
Really?
Yeah. Doing what we do, but just doing it the best. I don't think someone needs to have a new idea for a business. They can just be better than other people.
Yeah.
And I honestly think, based on the results that people achieve, we are the best training company for property in the country, hands down.
What do you think is more important, being first to market or the best in the market?
There's a combination.
Or not the most important, the highest value. If you had an opportunity to go in and create a business that's the best in the market, or get the first mover advantage and be the first in the market.
So essentially, I think there's definitely first mover advantage. So, you know, I created Crowd Property. There were lots of people trying to do it. No one's quite got the advantage we've got, and that's partly because of the PIN network. Crowd Property would not be what it is now if we didn't have the PIN network. Crowd Property would not be what it is now if I hadn't stepped out of the way and got someone who's better at being a CEO than I. I'm not a great CEO. That's not my skill.
Yeah.
I'm the founder, the creator, but Mike Bristow's doing an excellent job, stepped in, and he's there to grow that business. Now, one of my goals is, our goals, shared vision is to really grow that business, but we're doing really well, but we're not sitting back on our laurels. We've got a long way to grow, you know, and the sector's going to have lots of changes, but that's quite an exciting sector to be in. But our goal there is to be the best. We're not trying to be the most, we're not trying to be the cheapest. We are comparable with the leaders in the market in terms of cost, but actually we want to be best, and it's the customer service, it's the experience. And Dan, you've raised money before. You know what banks are like. They are a nightmare.
Yeah, we don't even use banks anymore. Like,
well, you just use private finance,
yeah,
right?
Just cash.
And if you can do that, great. Many people can't do that. I know you've got lots of JV partners.
Well, no, sorry, yeah, to be flippant, like we've still got like millions with Lloyds.
Yeah.
But it's like it's so painful to do anything. Even open an account. NatWest refused me. I've just opened a new holding company to do a flip. Yeah. NatWest refused me with no appeal to open me a new business bank account. I've been with them my whole life.
Really?
And there's
I've just had a load. HSBC's just shut 2 of my accounts.
Yeah, our RBS locked ours off for 42 days. We couldn't check rents on what we bought a new business.
Yeah,
they took the old owner off and waited 42 days to put us on, so we had no access to the bank.
There's a lot of strange stuff going on in banks at the moment. I
can see why they're dead. You sit in their offices and you're like, you feel outdated. You just think this is so antiquated. This is not. Yeah. Back to 5 years. Next 5 years. So for PIN, what do you reckon PIN's going to look like in the next 5 years?
So I think PIN's going to be
tangible. You've like put a pin in the ground. That's where we're going to be. No pun intended.
I think PIN's going to be more of a household name.
Very good.
It's not at the moment. It's a very kind of even loads of people who are property investors don't know about PIN, but within the property investing community, landlord community, I think a lot more people are going to know about PIN.
Very good.
So that's going to happen.
What about for Simon? What's next 5 years look like for Simon?
So I think people might know
personally.
People might know me for some stuff other than property.
Okay.
I kind of feel I love speaking, and I think I'm going to speak about some other stuff that's not property stuff.
That's good. Do you have anything tangible?
Few more books will be coming out around that. So at the moment, I'm very niched within property, and I think it's good to be niched. But actually, there are some things that I've done that transfer into others. So, for example, setting up PIN and networking. You know, networking is a really important skill, and I think I'm pretty good at networking. And I'm bringing a book out about networking, and that's something I could speak about.
Last 30 seconds. What is going to happen in the property market in the next 5 years?
I think the market's going to come down a bit, and then it's going to come back again. No surprise there. Then, within 5 years, that's going to happen.
Very good.
Yeah.